I'm everywhere. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat of an addict and I should be hospitalized.
Do you have a business Facebook page?
I have everything.
So do you post stuff on both? Same stuff on both?
We can talk about strategy and marketing strategy. What I post in one place is not what I post on the other. What I post on our brokerage page is definitely not something that I post on another, on my home page, on my personal Facebook page. What I post to Twitter, what I post to Pinterest is very specific. I love Pinterest. I have a Pinterest account for, but just to give you an idea, our brokerage has a Pinterest account. I have a personal account on Pinterest. Pinterest.com, Pinterest.com. You'll love it. Okay. I have a Twitter, personal, and brokerage. I have YouTube, personal, and brokerage. Vimeo, which is another video site. Brokerage and personal. I mean, literally, if there's a social media outlet, I've been on it. Most of my involvement is really core to the personal stuff, though I'm really trying to get it onto our brokerage stuff, so I'm kind of spamming myself. So every time I post something, we have 228 followers in 2 weeks on our Facebook fan page, which I think is great for 2.5 weeks. But just to really get the momentum going, I've been spamming my 1,400 friends on my personal site to make sure that they see that something's going on the brokerage site. So it's this back and forth constantly. But I mean, marketing is a total another thing. And whatever you do, just make it authentic. And whatever you do, don't post listings. Don't be that person.
I was going to say don't post, if I can just add to the don't post category, or the unfriend. Anybody go to the Inman conference yesterday? So they say there's an 18% chance, I think you'll be, or 18% of the unfriendings are politically based.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
So don't really, and I learned that at my very first job, I'll never forget, talking politics, because I grew up in Garland County. I thought everybody was like wildly liberal, and I'm like on blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, like my best friend at the office, like was like shut out. Like all of a sudden, I'm eating lunch by myself, and I go, oh God, I must have crossed a line. Thank God it was like my very very first job, but.
I was most proud of this.
I just never.
I was very proud of this. I'll talk about that.
So anyway, don't post politics on. I really even hesitate to. I really try to avoid most political things. Sadly, it's just not the place, and you don't want people to be polarized for you, work-related for politics. So, if you're in that arena, like there's another woman in the area that's, she's Virginia-based. She's very, very political. And I actually did call her because she was sort of my mentor, and I said, do you think maybe you're playing it too hard with the politics stuff? Because it was just politics, constantly politics. I mean, grassroots politics, everything politics. And she says, no. She goes, this is me, and people don't like it, they'll defriend me. And I'm like, okay then. Now, she's not actually in real estate sales, but I think a lot of us would prefer to just keep our politics under our pillow and have a sale. At least that's where I'm going. I'd really rather have the settlement and the client than, advertise my
I think what it comes down to is know your purpose. That's all. My wife has 150 some friends, and she says everything that she ever has wanted to say to anybody and does not care. She is not in sales. She is as far away from sales as she could possibly get. So it doesn't matter what she says. We have to be right for everybody sometimes. And so you have to be very careful what you say. The first office I managed, it took 2.5 years for everybody to know what political party I was affiliated with or what my leanings were. I was so psyched about that.
So real quick, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you have a business page, a fan page? And do you actually manage it on a fairly low basis? Okay, good. If you don't have the time to manage your own Facebook page, don't go get another one. The only time I recommend people having two is if they have a brokerage.
Or I would have If you don't, I always say, if you're not giving away something really hot and sexy,
Don't
nobody
start
really
something.
wants to see your page. Dribble your little real estate activities in a non-spammy way on your personal, be yourself on your personal page, because pages, I always like to say, so they're not confused, I
That's
say your
not
personal profile.
It's Facebook rules. If you use the real estate business in your profile, Facebook can shut you down. It has to come from a page.
Correct.
Well, what I mean in your profile, I mean on your personal page, you can say, I'm out on tour today in Bethesda.
Right, and you cannot take a you shouldn't, too many do. Start with the I just got this great new listing.
I think anybody that's posting listings on Facebook, period, needs a lesson.
Right.
So that you shouldn't be doing at all.
That's great.
They should be, you can
But
do that
if
legally.
nobody's probably seen your page anyway. I honestly, I was one of the early ones out teaching pages because I just thought it was going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread ever. And then we learned about the algorithm and how much interaction you had to have for your page to even be showing up. And nobody kind of even got that. And I could barely get them to post on their personal page. So finally, the next class was how to get your Facebook page down. I said, we're done with that. We're going to move on from that. And I wasn't as early as Darren in Facebook. I was early enough that when the first person sent me, I'll just make you go and laugh, because a lot of people think I just know so much. Believe me, there was a time I didn't. When the first person ever sent me a Facebook friend request, I thought somebody was hitting on me. And I remember calling him up going, no, I just don't want to do that. And I'm not there. I think he poked me. There's like all this stuff. Like, God, I cannot believe this guy did this. I've said on him so many times. It's so inappropriate. What is this white thing? And so everybody always gets a big charge out of that. This is such, just to be funny about this, such virgin territory, all of this stuff. I've gone on certain social media things. I actually don't want to be everywhere. I can't be everywhere. I'm trying to re-embrace Twitter. Personally, it's still a lot of noise. I'm really not sure. There's people follow me from all over the place. I'm really not sure what people follow me all over the country is going to do for me in the long run. So I'm kind of, if anything, I'm pulling back. But it's okay. I think we're just in such an elementary stage still in social media. I did do a little research about the legal angle of things. It is absolutely, any lawyers, tell them to go into this, because this is absolutely, it's going to be, every lawsuit is going to be groundbreaking as far as what's okay and what's not okay, and what's allowed and what's not allowed. It's all going to ride on radio, TV, and mailing those, but it's going to expand into this, the cyber world, how it's going to be handled.